Okay, the last recipe is chicken fried rice. And we're first going to, you can use a wok or you can also use a large skillet on the stove top. And we're going to add canola oil, about 2 tablespoons of canola oil. And we want that to cook for just about a minute. You want to warm it up, but you don't want the oil to smoke. So it becomes a little bit thin in the skillet, and then you know it's ready to go. So about a minute of it in a hot skillet, and then you can start adding ingredients to that. I'm going to let this cook for just a second, and we're going to move on to the next ingredient, which is 1 garlic clove. And so this is actually a bundle of garlic, and you just break off the cloves. You can also use minced garlic as well, and I believe it's a teaspoon for 1 clove, or you can use a knife and actually kind of press the garlic clove and peel that first layer off the garlic, and with a sharp knife you're just going to chop the garlic. So whichever you would like to use, the minced or the clove. And we're going to add that to the oil. You can certainly leave this garlic out of the recipe if you do not prefer garlic as a seasoning. So you just take the tips off, make sure you wash it, and just simply slice and dice up into little pieces. And then add 2 tablespoons of chopped green onion here. And I would start stirring and turn your skillet down a little bit. Cook that for a minute or so. So now we're ready to add the 2 cups of chicken to the oil, the onions, and the garlic. Kind of stir it around so everything's blended well. Then we're going to take a bag, it's actually 2 cups of peas and carrots. You can use any type of vegetable that you would like, that you have it in your freezer. You can use fresh, frozen, really doesn't matter. Just do about 2 cups or so of that. And you can also use shrimp, beef, pork in this recipe. You don't have to use chicken. And stir that. We would just basically want to heat all of the food up. So a couple minutes on the stove, and we'll have the chicken prepared. It'll be nice and warm, and the vegetables will be cooked through. Then we're going to add 4 cups of cooked rice to this recipe. So that's one thing at the beginning before you start making this. I should have mentioned you want to cook your rice and allow it to cool. The recipe calls for cold rice when you make the recipe. So if you had leftover rice, that would be a perfect thing you could use for this recipe. Or you could prepare it and just allow it to cool while you're chopping up your onion and your garlic. So you want to stir everything together. Make sure you get the rice nice and separated so that it mixes well with the oil we added at the beginning of the recipe. And then our last ingredient, we're going to take 4 tablespoons of soy sauce. Okay, and just make sure we have everything nicely blended. And I would heat this for another minute or so, so the soy sauce can warm up and your fried rice will be nice and warm.